rest of that squad on your tac map. Go get hunting.
We'll send it on this bounty or what? I'm kind of thinking that's a move. I'm going, let's go.
We can stop them together.
This bounty may be a bad push. Maybe want to go fight these kids on the hill first.
We in between a lot of people. Shit.
Yeah, I think we fight these kids at green. There's one on top of antenna.
I can see it.
Just jumped off to the left.
I can see it.
Then shot to my right.
Yep.
Run back up the winery.
Yep. Damn, man. They some hoes.
You got gas moving in.
It did hurt to see. Here's some footsteps in here, Frosty. I just fucking fell off. I'm getting tired.
Yep, I hear them in there.
Bullet sponges here.
Primary objective.
We got enough reloading.
All targets eliminated.
Still got a team over here.
Right here.
Enemies deployed a counter UAV.
Shit, hold on. They coming. Nope, probably not.
Yeah.
Enemy soldier incoming. Got a loadout drop inbound. Your squad mate's back on station. Good work. Loadout drop headed your way.
They crawling to here. Come on! What did he hit me with?
Stay alive.
Yeah.
That squad, hunt them down.
Stop them
Mates
together.
redeploying. Well done.
Get far, far away.
Way to stay alive, Rex.
Getting another chance. Make it count. You got reinforcements inbound.
Loaded.
Lodi was safe for it when I got it. Shot up from there, close to that house we landed at.
Hostile counter UAV overhead.
I
Our
fucking
counter
hit it.
UAV is active.
You break your legs?
Yeah.
Talk to me, Thomas.
Somebody pushing y'all.
Yeah, I'm getting out of here, bro.
Get. Oh my god. Get out of the fucking menu. They're watching it. Oh, they're running as a team.
That's my key to lose one.
You're losing ground. Move.
Yep.
Your squad mates redeploying. Well done.
All of these niggas running as a team.
I'm not letting you go out like this.
Tough.
Get ready. You're redeploying.
Fucking Lodi's hot as fuck. Do I risk trying to get my shit? Fuck it.
Oh, here's a good gun right here. You know what? Maybe I should take that.
Fire sale active. Buy station prices have been reduced. We are returning you to the front. Earn this.
Camping Lodi, you're very talented.
Got 10 squads active in the field. 25 are still active in the AO. Bring the to end. Make it count. Gas is moving.
It's just not my game.
Time for vengeance. You're redeploying. Be advised, you
Why are
have
you still
squad mates
fucking
outside
here,
the
bro?
safe zone.
They up top, they up top. Damn! Get the fuck out of here! Oh, blue. Oh, damn, you went down too. Fuck yeah. Please kill me, man.
How does he hear me, though? I don't hear him, though. That's what I want to know.
Damn, you shot me in like 3 shots, man. Man, on some bullshit with this game. These guns.
Drop like half a mag into somebody and like only fucking half your bullets fucking hit. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, I feel like I'm shooting fucking marshmallows. And it doesn't matter if you fucking shoot her on the vest or not.
You're back on station. Go get after it.
I'm killing
You got
motherfucker.
reinforcements inbound. Resurgence has been deactivated. This is the end game.
See it.
Damn.
Supply crates are restocked.
Oh, shit.
Load them now.
Shit.
back.
We have to push now. We're gonna go now while they still fighting. So I can at least get a placement.
Gas is closing in.
I knew it. I knew it.
Coming on your right, behind you. On the rock.
Yep. I didn't even see the motherfucker. Damn. Oh, somebody else that shot me.
Have that.
Man, this is some fucking bullshit.
I do it.
Damn.
Operational in the AO.
You know, you
Damn, my game crashed, bro. That's fucking crazy.
I heard Mac and Murphy talking about this concept, and this is what you said before. In a social circle environment, you actually have the ability to talk to more attractive women, but also you have the ability to talk to more attractive women when you're less attractive. Meaning they show that in a familiar environment, women started to see 5s as 5s, 6s as 6s, 7s as 7s, 8s as 8s. Whereas in an unfamiliar environment, it was just Chad Thundercock or Tyrone that they felt was the most attractive. So getting women out from an unfamiliar environment into a familiar environment, which by the way, that's all social circle game is. It's getting women from an unfamiliar environment to a familiar environment. That was another way for you to be able to, like, again, Austin, before they closed it down, the Playboy Mansion, I used to go there. I'm friends with Crystal Hefner. I would go to the Playboy Mansion, and it was one of the weirdest things you've ever seen. No girl would ever dare to be rude to you. Because she's like, how the fuck did this guy get into this party? Every girl there assumed you were a superstar just because you were at that party, because you're on the Marquee Sky Deck at EDC, because you're on stage at XS, because if you're in any of these like super high status places, certain mansion parties or whatever, the Ignite parties with Dan Bilzerian, those kind of things, whenever you were there, every girl was super nice to you because in hers, from her mindset, you are in a situation that's super high status, so she assumed your status.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense in environments like that. I would absolutely agree. And, you know, even when it comes to, like, you know, social events or networking events, like, to some degree, like, that's more of a familiar environment, too. Yeah. So, like, literally just living a more social life, like going out or doing things more, having more friends, meeting friends through friends, like, that's still a great way to put yourself in that familiar environment. So you can also have that of lead generation methods, for sure.
Beautiful. And then the other one that I think is super controversial, I was telling my girlfriend about this, she thought it was great, was this concept of you messaging your friend's girlfriend. So guys will actually pay you to message their girlfriends to see how honest they are. It's funny, Home Math was the first person, I forgot what the name of this concept is, but it's some kind of like
loyalty test?
Huh?
Loyalty test?
Yeah, some kind of loyalty. There was another word for it, whatever, but I love this concept of a loyalty test. From doing this, what are some of the things that you've seen when you conduct a loyalty test on other guys' girlfriends?
Yeah, so first off, I would say that
Gear up fast. We're
a
about
good
to
amount
get
pass. You know, I do showcase fails, but if they're in a solid relationship, if, you know, she has a private account, I notice too, she's more likely to pass. Honestly, if there's more barriers to just reach out to her, then they're more likely to pass. But if she has like a public account, she's seeking validation, she has bikini pictures, she has like a ton of stuff, I've noticed women like that more than likely fail. I've also noticed that if they're in long distance relationships, they're likely to fail too. That happens a lot, actually. And then also, it's more archetype sort of thing. The guy, there's no nice way to say this, but the guy is basically like a less status, less attractive version of myself, you know, then they're also very likely to fail the loyalty test, especially if she has a public account too.
Yeah. So I don't know if you ever watched Matt Murphy study cheating. That's basically what he does as a PhD. But I know he studied psychology. And one of the things when there's a huge difference in a man and a woman, there's more likely to be cheating. But it's not always the way you think. Often, when you're a good-looking man and you're dating a woman who's a lot less attractive to you, often she's more likely to cheat. That was respect. But yeah, you'll see that'll happen sometimes when guys are shooting way above their weight class and they have to constantly certain girls. But I actually don't know if it's, like I said before, I don't know if it's as much attraction as it is stimulus. And you brought up that point too. You said when the girls have not private accounts, they have public accounts, and it seems like they're, posting thirst traps. Those are the girls who seem to be more susceptible to some guy using attention as a leverage point to get them to, show attention or possibly go on a date with you or have sex with you or whatever.
Green light. You're going to the war zone.
Yeah, exactly. And
you're up in 3. Rules of engagement are simple. Weapons free on all threats.
Let's roll. Resurgence.
What up,
Survive and your team can
demon?
redeploy.
Mic check.
Eliminate targets to bring them back faster. Your team leader. Set a drop point for your squad, soldier. Positive ID on the bounty targets. Hunt them down.
Fuck that shit.
Time for vengeance. You're redeploying. Watch for movement.
How do you win that? Explain it.
Moving here.
Fucking coin flip, man.
Stand by for redeployment.
There's no fucking skill in this game.
An enemy squad's hunting you. Stay sharp. Watch for movement. Down to you, soldier. Stay sharp.
I fucking climb.
You're losing ground. Move it.
La vengeance est si douce.
600 fucking damage without a fucking kill, bro. Kinda sucks, if I'm being honest, bro.
Make
Like,
it count. Squad made it to the safe zone. You're the last one standing, soldier. Survive until your squad can redeploy.
Yo, teammate,
Son of a bitch. Bounty contract's been
survive, bro. And wait, let's all land together.
Your squad mate's back on station. Good work.
We're gonna land on you. We're gonna land on you.
I'd probably just float for loading, bro.
Enemies
If
are
I'm
dropping
being
into
honest
the area. Watch the skies. Loadout drop headed your way. Confirmed. We located the rest of them.
Our counter UAV is active.
I love not being able to climb.
Watch for movement.
Your objective's simple. Eliminate all bounty targets.
Watch for movement.
Good kill. Marking the rest of that squad on your attack map. Get hunting.
I can see it.
Still peeking in that hill. Or that fucking cave. Watch behind you as well. I'm getting fucking lit.
Watch for movement.
It's all on you. Stay alive so your squad can redeploy. Squad mates redeploying. Well done.
Watch for movement.
You got reinforcements inbound. Gas is inbound. Some of your squads outside the safe zone.
I can see it.
Enemies dropping into the AO.
Watch for movement.
Your squad mates back on station. Good work.
There was somebody at the bar behind us. Watch out.
I can see it.
Now, stay alive to bring it back. Bounty target's gone dark. Target down. Mark the rest of them. Fire sale active. Buy station prices have been reduced.
We can stop them together.
Watch for movement. Watch for movement.
definitely on the point where they're with the guy who clearly leads with whether it be like financials or other means like that. I've noticed that has a higher probability of failure rate too. And I think it just comes down to the genuine desire.
Yeah.
I'm not sure your take on this, but you know, I feel like the basis of genuine desire is, first of all, based within physical attraction. Personally, I believe like you have to be a woman's like minimum attraction level physically, and then from there the other aspects of you, you know, your game, communication, your status, or the experiences you can provide for her, etc., or lifestyle. Is like the cherry on top to like make it a complete picture. But if you're a guy where, you know, the woman really doesn't find you that attractive, but she's just kind of with you because you provided for her or because you give her access to certain things that she wouldn't have gotten otherwise, then when a guy who she's actually attracted to comes along and he has all the same things that you showcase in terms of money or status, then that's also a likely high fail rate too.
I'm glad that you brought that up. So the concept of looks, right? And so the debate is always, do looks matter? And I know some guys who have a ton of status, money, really charismatic, they'll be like, yeah, looks don't matter at all. And the reality is they do some. The looks obviously do matter a lot, like what you said. But what you just said right there, I can imagine black pill guys like clenching their buttholes and fucking not grinding their teeth because you were saying how looks mean so much. I'm sure you get a lot of criticism from the black pill guys. Is that something that you've seen?
I want to say like criticism because actually I'm not necessarily black pill, but I do believe like looks are very important. I believe it's like kind of the gateway and the foundation to everything else. But also keep in mind, like for my dating strategy and for like the social media game, presentation, all that stuff, it's going to be a little bit more image heavy versus something, you know, like social circle, like probably social skills might be more important in that context. You know, if you're or, you know, have some degree of like autism, then that might be difficult for you to even win in that environment, even if you're presenting yourself in the highest status, you know, in the room, right? So it depends on the dating strategy, but a lot of
they agree with you that you're getting the success because you show looks.
Yeah, because I showcase looks because I believe that's the foundation, because, you know, I believe guys should enhance their sex appeal, you know, all that stuff in terms of image. Yeah. And because of social media and dating apps, that's why I feel like it's gotten more important too.
Yeah, beautiful. The concept of nofap and pornography. I heard you talking with my brother Brandon about this, and it was the concept of like the strict nofap thing might not be the play. Like, trust me, I understand.
Everybody's running the XRK stalker,
this idea that you're going to use nofap the whole time.
And then like subverter or something as a sport class.
The concept of nofap.
Enemy soldier incoming.
I heard you talking with
Brandon
about
Shadow
this, and
01.
it was the concept of
Deployment to
like
the war zone
the
has
strict
been
nofap
authorized.
thing might not be the play. Like, dude,
Seems like Ram 7 will hit further though sometimes.
Hey, what up, team?
Yeah, it's more accurate.
We got the green light. You're
What's
going
up?
to war zone. Grab your gear and shoot. You're up in 3. You are
Last
clear
round.
hot on all threats. Watch your ass down there.
Gotta get that late game.
I'll see you on the other side. Resurgence. Survive to redeploy fallen teammates. Kill to bring them back faster. Mark a drop point for your squad and lead them in.
Let's get that contract.
Enemies dropping into the AO. Your squad mate's being tracked as a most wanted target. Eliminate enemies and secure supply caches to get the target off their back.
I'm going over here.
Open boxes. Where are you going? Left.
Are we chilling? I should be able to get this loadie pretty quick. Stay near this buy.
Yeah. Grab these boxes so it goes quick. We got 30 seconds left. I got plates right here.
Reloading.
You kept your squad mate protected. Contract complete.
Cash on buy.
I'm coming.
Bounty targets marked.
Just
Kill
grabbing
them all.
this. I got enough.
Primary objective complete. All targets eliminated.
Buy it. Right here. Here's
Bounty targets
munitions.
are up. Get after 'em.
JV going up, and then I'm gonna buy another one for later. There's a team over here. Don't kill. Yep, one just grabbed one right there.
Green's got a PA in pocket. If you get it down, give me a ping.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
I mean, it's still in close on us, bro.
Remaining operators from that squad. Hunt them down.
Over here. I can't carry.
I'm gonna throw this one up then. Oh shit.
Your squad mates redeploying. Well done.
They're all on buy station or they down low?
It's coming from
All
Montana.
squad members are in the safe zone.
I saw
All
smoke
bounty
over there in
targets
green.
destroyed. Hell of a job.
I'm getting another UVO.
I got one, I could throw it up.
These kids are fucking on array want to
Got a
fucking
loadout
die, eh?
drop inbound.
Let's make a move on you, Blue. Watch out.
See it.
One.
Marking the rest of that squad on your back now. Go get hunting. Your squad mate's gone MIA. We're reducing your redeployment time. Your squad mate's back on station. Good work. We are returning you to the front. Earn this.
I can see it. We can stop them together. I can see it. I can see it.
Nobody's shooting at him.
Down to you, soldier. Stay sharp. You got reinforcements inbound.
Ay, no tiene nada, está tocado.
Down the rest of them.
Elsewhere.
Stay on it, soldier. Survive until your squad can redeploy.
Damn, there's fucking two of them.
We lost that one, but we'll get those summits next time.
Effective fire.
to the Middle East. This idea that you're going to just no-fap the whole time, I think, is a little ridiculous. But like, can you go into that? Like, do you think it's gone too far with that whole commentary?
Yeah, so the guys who are like crazy about nofap and treat it like a religion, almost always it's because they had a serious addiction, and in order for them to stop, they had to treat it as a religion. You know, they had to go crazy with it, and for that reason, that's probably why they felt these superpowers of more confidence and being able to do a backflip. You know, all the stuff that they say.
They can float.
They can float, they can fly, they can read minds.
They can predict the stock market now because they don't jerk off anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, it's because they went from doing it 3 to 5 times a day to nothing.
Yeah.
Of course, you're gonna feel better. You know, you're not releasing energy. It's still like a, energy leaving your body. Like even me personally, I don't fap or have sex or nothing before I go to the gym. Never. Yeah. Always ruins my workout, man. And I'm not sure if you heard about like boxers. A lot of boxers don't do it like before they have fights. You know, so I believe there's a correlation between like strength and maybe like your sexual confidence and other aspects. However, if you can balance it, and if you only engage in things like that to where you desperately need to where it's like a huge distraction, then personally, I have not seen it be a hindrance in anybody, especially successful men's life.
Yeah.
Only if it's a really bad addiction.
Yeah.
In that case, try nofap.
I was reading some studies, some really interesting studies they did at UNLV where they looked at testosterone serum in men when they were gambling and when they were driving sports cars, and their testosterone levels would actually increase. So a lot of people are like, I have testosterone, therefore I act a certain way. But no, you can do certain things that will boost your levels of testosterone. Having sex on a regular basis actually does boost your testosterone over average. But like you said before, there's certain times where boxers will go, I believe, like 2 or 3 weeks where they won't have sex or do anything, and that will also boost your testosterone. Because you think about it from an evolutionary standpoint, if you're a guy, you haven't had sex in a long time, your testosterone is going to go up so that you can do more assertive things, whether that be approach women or whether that be catch game for the tribe, whatever that thing is, show some level of competency and garner some access to scarce resources. In order to do so, that's why your body would reward you by not doing it. So when guys jump off 3 times a day, they're losing they're losing some of that focus. And it's incredible, man. I'm 46 now, and a few years ago, about 4 years ago, I started doing TRT, and the difference is, like, my level of focus beforehand, it's so crazy. Guys will get on TRT, and then all of a sudden they give up. They don't need it anymore. They don't need a lot of the things that they needed before, because testosterone really does help a lot with a lot of those things as far as paying attention or being aggressive.
Testing or what?
So I thought that was really interesting.
And even if there's some
like recently or
within the first 7 days or first week of non-ejaculation, like your testosterone is slowly rising, I think you're correlating to that point too. Yeah. But definitely men should get their testosterone levels checked. Make sure you're at good, healthy. Definitely men should get their testosterone levels checked. Make sure you're at. And even if there's some research.
Prep for dust off. We're up in 3 mics. Let's move. Gang's all here. Word came down. We are green to go. So gear up and grab your chutes. We're going to the war zone. Rules of engagement are simple. Weapons free on all threats.
Let's get this done. Resurgence. Stay alive.
It's kind of weird that he's doing it now.
Alright, soldier, mark a drop point for your squad and go get after.
I feel like that would have been helpful, like...
Moving.
Lots of boys.
You're the target of a most wanted contract. Eliminate threats and secure supply caches to close it. Your squad mates redeploying. Well done.
Hostile Guardian has been deployed.
No.
Hostile Guardian is up.
Target down. Marking the rest of them. Contract failed. Your squad mate was KIA. You're back on station. Go get after
Got
it.
one of them, but.
Squad is down. Stay alive to bring them back. Your squad mate's back on station. Good work. Bounty targets identified. Weapons free. You've got reinforcements inbound.
I'm flying in. I don't know. Do if we.
Hostile Guardian has been deployed.
There are people here?
Enemy deployed a counter UAV.
Yeah. One just jumped off the yellow as well. Yellow should be clear.
Yeah, I'm lying in there.
Never mind. Hot. Somebody here, bro. Yo, look at there. He jumped off the wall.
Whole team up here. Oh wait, no, they're down in the tunnel actually.
All right, your squad's in the safe zone.
Dude, I fucking restarted my PC. I fucking scanned and repaired, and it still fucking crashes, bro. I don't get it.
Within the first 7 days or first week of non-ejaculation, like your testosterone slowly rises.
Yes.
And I think you're correlating to that point too.
Yeah.
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 But definitely men should get their testosterone levels checked. Make sure you're at good, healthy level ranges. Go to a clinic. There's so many options available nowadays in the forms of different supplements, peptides, TRT. If you're old enough, you know, that could be used to enhance that to where you feel like your most masculine and driven self. So
you feel like you're 19 again. And like it's just something that slowly drains from you. Like when you turn 40, all of a sudden it's like, it's not that you're still wise and you still think women are hot. But I'll tell you the biggest difference for me is like when I was 38, I remember I was dating this girl who was really attractive, and I just wasn't that interested in having sex with her every night, maybe every other night or something like that. But I wasn't super, and she tells people this, and I don't disagree with you. That's how I was. And then when I got it on TRT, it was like a girl who was mid, who lived 45 minutes away. I was like, yep, here I go, 4 o'clock in the morning, don't give a shit. It's like it just changes things. Also, when you lift weights, lifting weights feels.
All right.
Well, my game crashed, but I'm back in it to win it.
You're back in, boy.
Counter UAV overhead.
Like, it's fucking crazy. Like, I fucking restarted my PC before I fucking started. I scanned and repaired. Like, it's still fucking crashing. It's gotta be the game.
It's definitely the game, bro. Definitely the game. It's crazy to let you rejoin. I don't feel like it.
Hey, we got people behind us. Coming up. Broke one of them. There's one in tower though.
Oh, got a sniper like that.
Yeah, me either.
They have to come up our way. I think he just jumped off the backside.
Yeah, so they're just gonna wrap around. They're fighting another team though. Shield.
free. Move to the safe zone.
Here's the UAV. An armor box. Oh, I'm getting hit from, oh, look.
Okay, from bar.
Yeah, I just broke them.
Still.
Yeah.
I got this armor box up here. Oh wait, you just threw one over there. I'm so sick. I didn't hear you.
Oh, rip.
I got self more me. I'm fucking all back though.
Those guys are.
I have
oh
fucking
my.
bomb shield and that doesn't fucking matter.
I'm just getting back a little bit.
There's no way, bro. That's crazy.
I can see it.
Stay sharp.
Oh, I have 1,700 damage.
Your squad mates redeploying. Well done.
There are guys down there.
Resurgence window is ending. Watch your six.
Fucking a
Not
charger.
really.
Your squad mates back on station. Good work. Gas is closing in.
Is my stuff good right there, Aaron?
Think so, yeah. Oh, well, the zone's closing in though.
Get to the safe zone.
Crossing the bridge over there.
Where'd my, I'm dead.
We lost that sumbitch. Bounty contract's been pulled.
That's really unfortunate.
Dang it.
You got reinforcements inbound. We've got 10 squads active in the field. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Trying to land here.
Resurgence has closed. No more second chances. Supply crates are restocked. Advise you load up now.
I can see it.
Friendly mortar strike on the way.
Off balls.
Got gas moving in.
Stay alive.
like actual struggling against the weight makes you feel that. I don't know how to explain it, but if you're and also like I was telling Rollo this because Rollo's 51 or 52. His birthday's coming up here next month. No, I'm sorry. Rollo's turning 55, and he's turning 56. That's right. And he was talking about when he started taking TRT, like the colors got brighter, right? He started seeing, because he just didn't recognize that these things were gone. You've seen he's like put on like 20 pounds of muscle. So yeah, that's a really interesting thing. The other concept is, and I really like this idea, if you're doing
Dude, that thing ripped.
He's. Oh.
Oh, no shield. That's brutal.
Yeah.
Smoke hit and go.
Gas is moving.
Nice.
The other concept is, and I really like this idea, was if you're doing well with women and you're showing these high status, signs, being a douchebag on top of it is not helpful. It's not a good idea. And you talked about the level of humility. You'll go on a date with a girl. The other concept is, and I really like this. I was telling Rollo this because Rollo's 51 or 52. His birthday's coming up here next month. No, I'm sorry. Rollo's turning 55, and he's turning 56. That's right. And he was talking about when he started taking TRT, like the colors got brighter, right? He started seeing, because he just didn't recognize that these things were gone. You've seen he's like put on like 20 pounds of muscle. So yeah, that's a really interesting thing. The other concept is, and I really like this idea, was if you're doing well with women and you're showing these high status, signs, being a douchebag on top of it is not helpful. It's not a good idea. You talked about the level of humility. You'll go on a date with a girl and she will assume, because you're a good looking guy, that you're going to be arrogant and only talk about yourself. But you break rapport. You subvert expectations by actually being very humble and a good listener.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's pretty much my game plan, man. Go in, ask questions, listen, give stories, tell my experiences, but mostly keep the conversation focused about her. If I'm getting to, I talk so much about myself, like, what about you? Like, tell me about yourself. Like, that's how I know that, it's a good sign. And one thing I constantly hear too is that, you just make me feel really comfortable. You're easy to talk to, is what they say. And so if they're saying that, that's definitely a good sign. That's important of social skills, man. Yeah. Even if you're a handsome guy, if you don't have the ability to make women feel comfortable through communication, like you're not going to go that far unless she's just like really attracted to you.
Yeah.
Even then it's going to be short lived. But if you can have that ability to just build that rapport, make women feel comfortable with you and have that humility, like you said, you can really break some barriers down.
Yeah, you talked about that. Like, I'm sure you've talked to some attractive women, and they'll talk about a guy who's really a good looking, and then he opened his mouth and then she wasn't attracted to him anymore because he kept talking about himself. I think because when we talked about male over-perception bias, female under-perception bias, I think because men, we're so attracted to women because of their physical attractiveness, we believe women feel the same way about us. And like a lot of times if a girl's really attractive and she says crazy stuff, we'll probably still sleep with her. But like women often don't do the same thing, and we as men don't grasp that. Because for us as men, there's just like kind of one stat we look for. There's one attribute, right? Like if you ever play Madden, like speed at 99, right? That's just one, physical attractiveness. But for women, it can be charisma, it can be intelligence, it can be height, it can be looks, it can be money, it can be all these different things that'll happen, and men can screw it up. And there's one study I saw it was done. It was in the book Dataclysm, where they talked about they were doing transcriptions of speed dating in the UK, and whenever a woman said me or I 7 times during the date, there was a high correlation of them going on another date.
Wow, yeah, that makes perfect sense. Classic book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. People like talking about themselves.
Exactly.
Just the way it is. You can even correlate that to like networking and meeting other men, or just creating conversation in general. Ask questions, let the other person talk. Give your take, give your experiences. But at the end of the day, people love to talk about themselves. So I would agree with that, absolutely.
There was another thing you talked about, where I totally agree with you, was this concept of business. At the highest level of business and sales and dating, you start to see identical features in those two areas.
Prep for dust off. We're up in 3 mics. Let's move. There you are. We got the green light. You're going to the war zone. Grab your gear and shoots. You're up in 3. Enemy activity will be high. Expect contact early and often.
Let's roll. Resurgence. Survive and your team can redeploy. Eliminate targets to bring them back faster. Your team leader. Set a drop point for your squad, soldier. Target of a most wanted contract. Eliminate threats and secure supply caches to close it. Enemies deploy the counter UAV. The bounty contract on you is closed. Your squad mates are redeploying. Bounty targets marked. Kill them all. Down. Marking the rest of them. Your squad mates back on station. Good work. You got a loadout drop inbound. Gas is inbound.
Dropping ammo here. Tossing smoke.
Hostile Guardian is active.
You can see it.
All right, your squad's in the safe zone.
Back. The one is all the way. Kill that one.
Rest of 'em. It's all on you. Stay alive so your squad can redeploy.
Hostile counter UAV overhead. Solid copy.
Your squad mates redeploying. Well done. Enemy soldier incoming.
Mark the target.
Friendly loadout drops on the way. Your squad mates redeploying. Well Lost track of the bounty target. Contract failed.
See it.
Positive ID on the bounty target. Hunt him down.
Our counter UAV is active.
Squad is down. Stay alive to bring them back. UAV is exiting the AO. You've got reinforcements inbound.
Crashed again, bro. I gotta. God.
Yeah, dating itself is very correlated because it's people. You know, you have a product, you want to sell it, and dating, that product is you. You have to market it, you have to sell it. Market it in terms of presenting yourself, selling in terms of the communication aspect, the, you know, building comfort, all that stuff. Or if you're using dating apps, you know, setting up the date, you know, the soft close, the hard close, you know, all these little concepts that I've came up with and strategized have really came from the sales game. It's all very similar. Sales funnel, dating funnel, you know, leads, high interest leads, warm prospects, cold leads, you know, it's all very similar.
It is crazy. If you ever read Oren Klaff's book, Pitch Anything, he talks about, these are literal chapter names: eliminate neediness, frame control. Like, these are straight out of dating. I tell people all the time, my favorite book on dating is The $100 Million Offer by Alex Hormozi. Like, have an offer that's so good that nobody wants to say no to it. And then the concept of frame control is just so totally important when you're trying to pitch something, and it's very important when you're talking to a girl as well. Often you'll have a girl, like, will shit test you, and you'll be like, so what's your body count? How many girls you slept with? And I'm like, you remember when you went to the bathroom? It's like, yeah, I slept with 3 more girls while you were there. I slept with like 8 million. Slept with everyone. You just don't give in to their frame. Their frame is you supplicating to them, or their frame is you qualifying to them with your body count, and instead you just turn it into a joke. And that's something that I found that works out really well is that whole concept of frame control. But yes, the higher I get on the sales study and the higher I get with, like, talking to more beautiful women, I found that they're almost identical. The techniques are almost identical. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all people, man. All people.
Social media versus cold approach. This is a really interesting thing you just mentioned.
Effective fire!
Get ready. You're redeploying. Lost that son of a bitch. Bounty contract's been pulled. Fire sale active. Buy station prices have been reduced.
Over here.
Resurgence is about to end. Make it count. Time for vengeance. You're redeploying. Bounty targets identified. Weapons free. You're losing ground. Move it. Your squad made it to the safe zone. All bounty targets destroyed. Hell of a job. Fire sale's over. Adjusting prices. closed. No more second chances. Supply crates are restocked. Advise you load up now.
Move in here.
Hostile counter UAV overhead.
Targets in the area.
You got gas moving in.
Marking gas mask.
Head to the safe zone. Enemy soldier incoming. Five squads still operational in the AO. You're in the top 10. Keep knocking them out. Be advised, resurgence is no longer active. This is for keeps. Gas is inbound. Bounty target's gone dark. We lost the contact.
Thanks.
Top 5, bring home the win. 3 squads left in the war zone. Stay alert. They hit us hard that time. Let's regroup and get back out there, yep?
Before earlier in this, and I've talked to Mystery about this before. I just feel like it's not that cold approach doesn't work. I just feel like there's been a software update. I feel like if you're just doing cold approach, it's like you're running Windows 95 excellently, like a really crisp version of Windows 95. But there's new software updates that have happened since then. And can you talk about let's go back to the business and dating thing. You want to sell a product. If I have an info product, I can scale it infinitely by selling the product direct to cart, running ads, and then going out and having events in real life and sell my product infinitely. When I show my higher status, higher sexual selection, higher access to scarce resources, relevancy, and competency on social media, I can scale it infinitely versus no matter how good I am at cold approach, I can never match those numbers.
Yeah, it's kind of like, knocking on door sales versus, sending like an email blast.
Yeah.
you know, in terms of marketing and sales is it's just primitive to me. I believe cold approach can work in certain contexts and in certain time frames of people's lives. So for example, if you're a young guy, you're in college, you're in a social environment, you know, you're always around people, you have a big network, you know, even that's not really cold. I guess that's more warm approach, you know. But yeah, and plus the availability of women when you cold approach, like you don't know if she's single in a relationship. You know, a big objection you'll get is, oh, I have a boyfriend, whether it be rejection or actually true.
Yeah.
You know, you just overall just waste a lot of time. And one thing I'm big on is, you know, creating value for yourself outside of just dating. So whether it be like working on your body, your business, leveling up in your career, whatever it may be. And so I want to minimize the time spent dealing with women by maximizing the other areas and using other areas of leverage to do so. I don't want to approach 100 to 500 girls a week personally. Like, I'm not in the headspace to do that, nor do I want to. But, you know, if you're 19, 20 years old, you know, you just made it to college or something, then by all means go for it. But if you get to, you know, where you're 25 plus, you're not going to want to do that, man.
Yeah, it's what you said is so key. I work on all these other parts of my life, right? I show competency in my business. I'm financially set. I'm in a really good position with my physique and my health. I have really great social alignments, and I have a bunch of women in my life who possibly introduce me to more women. I'm used to being around beautiful women. Women give me access to incredible parties and locations and stuff like that. And the irony is, you spend less time trying to talk to women, and you talk to more beautiful women. And this is a huge misunderstanding, because I'm sure with your social media, you put a lot of work into your social media, but the ROI you get out of it is humongous. A lot of guys, the objection they give me is like, I want to do cold approach because I don't have time to do social media or social circle, not recognizing, no, it's an investment. Like, you invest into real estate, and then it pays you money over time. When you make that initial investment, it's constantly, and by the way, the returns are geometric. They're not exponential, but geometric. When you just do cold approach, your returns are arithmetic, meaning they're 1 and 1 and 1 and 1. And so when you do the, like you said with social media thing, the returns you get are so great that you actually spend less time getting better results.
Yeah, I would agree with that too. You know, put work on the front end and then continually get results on the back end. You know, passive income.
Yeah,
if you.
It is passive income for sure. Like, you can do that. You do very.
Grab your gear and shoot. We're up in 3. Enemy activity will be high. Expect contact early and often.
Let's get this done. Resurgence. Survive and your team can redeploy. Eliminate targets to bring them back faster. Your team leader. Set a drop point for your squad, soldier. You're the target of a most wanted contract. Eliminate threats and secure supply caches to close it.
Enemies deployed a counter UAV. Hostile counter UAV overhead. Enemies deployed a counter UAV.
Bounty contract on you is closed. Squad mates are redeploying.
Let's get a loadie. Just catch on by.
Bounty targets are up. Get after them. You got a loadout drop inbound. All bounty targets are KIA. Well done. Hostile counter UAV overhead. Positive ID on the bounty targets. Hunt them down. Gas is closing in.
Enemy movement. Cancel my last. Enemy movement.
UAV is bingo fuel. Friendly mortar strike on the way.
Moving. Moving to my mark.
Down to you, soldier. Stay sharp.
You're a lucky motherfucker.
Valiant effort. Keep your head up. Return to base and debrief.
I can't believe my fucking game crashed again, dude. I'm about to fucking lose it.
Very little. Again, like what the concept is like, think of your Instagram almost. I consider it like an office. Imagine if you went to a personal injury attorney's office and a wall was missing, there was no couch, there was no carpeting. That's what it looks like when you have a social media where you're wearing a flannel shirt at a college football game where it's blurry and you're sitting there with 16 of your dudes drinking beer. That's what you look like to women. It's just like, I think one of the issues I have, and I think you completely you agree with me on this, is that social media for a man trying to attract a woman is a status game. It's not a showing pictures of you with grandma game. That's what Facebook is for. That we've retired those photos, we've archived them to Facebook. Instagram needs to be, you are competing with other men for access to like sexual selection and higher status. And if men don't understand, it's like gravity. If you don't believe in gravity, gravity's still going to pull you to the ground. If you don't believe there's a game going on, the game is still being played whether or not you believe it. And so many guys are like, no, I believe I'm special. I watched some guru on social media who told me that I'm enough. And I'm like, you can believe you're enough if you want, but the guy who actually gets it and takes care of all these different attributes is still going to steal your girl no matter how much you think you're enough. You're still competing. So if you just can adopt that and totally accept the idea, I'm competing with other men for these women. I've got to do things. I've got to keep my game up and actually be encouraged by that. Dude, I love the fact that there's some competition. I don't wish the game was easier. I just wish that I was better. And I think when you do that, I think it's a much more healthy way to look at this whole concept.
Exactly. And, you know, some guys, they have to allow women to be a byproduct, you know, build the social media for yourself. You know, you want to showcase and be attractive and, you know, do it for you. Allow women to just naturally come in. And that's something that I experienced because initially, you know, I was doing social media not to get women to DM me or to message women. Like I really didn't care about that back in, you know, 2018, 2019. But it was a byproduct of me showcasing myself in the most attractive way possible and doing that consistently over time to the point now where you know I cannot post for a month or two and
tell them to get on, man.
somebody's DMing me, whether they be in this state,
We were just texting me to get on.
my same city, like, you know, passive income.
Yeah, amazing.
Oh,
This concept of so you mentioned before on Brandon's podcast that you were seeing one girl for like the last 2 years. I've been with my girlfriend for about 18 months now. There's things we have. You know, you have a plenitude of women to choose from. You have an abundance with women, but there are certain things that cause you to choose this woman instead of other women. You don't have to talk about your specific relationship. You can if you want. What are the things that cause you to say, you know, this girl's great, that was a lot of fun, but she's probably for the streets, and then this girl right here, I think I want to explore and see how this could go further.
Yeah, so and girls don't know. Girls gotta have a little bit of game too, you know? And so what makes me pick a woman for the long term is first, obviously, like physically attractive. Like you gotta be physically attractive. I gotta be like highly attracted to you. Second, I would say is the amount of compliance and value added to my life. Like, are you just easy to deal with? Are you just down? I say, let's do this. Yeah, sure. It's not, you know, there's no combativeness. There's no pushback. You know, I wake up and you know that I make 4 eggs and toast in the morning every morning, and you do it for me. because you saw that I was busy. You know, like little things like that. You see dishes in my sink and you decide to clean the two to help me save some time. You know, just overall, just adding value to my life without me having to tell you.
Yeah.
And I think the girl that I'm seeing, she did that the best. And she was just, you know, just very feminine, just very nurturing, very reciprocating.
Yeah.
And for that reason, that's what really separated her from the girls who would, you know, they're attractive, but they just show up and don't help out or don't add value. It's kind of like, oh, what we're doing today.
Yeah.
You know, they don't reciprocate by any means. And a lot of women are like that, you know, and I believe as a guy, you have to run a lot of volume, and it's going to take like a lot of digging before you find like someone like that. Like
hundreds. Yeah, for sure.
I'm telling you, man, I'm not going to say the number, but it took me quite some time to find a girl like that. And I've had girls similar who, you know, provided value or did this, did that, but there's always something missing. Yeah. Whether it be like, you know, I'm not fully attracted to them, or
Rules of engagement are simple. Weapons free on all threats.
I'll see you on the other side. Resurgence. Stay alive to keep your squad in the fight.
Sergeant Elsie, lay it together here.
Your team leader. Set a drop point for your squad, soldier. You're the target of a most wanted contract. Eliminate threats and secure supply caches.
Pussy.
Target down. Marking the rest of them. The bounty contract on you is closed. Your squad mates are redeployed.
Friendly mortar strike on the way.
Supply boxes marked. Secure those locations. Enemy buy station incoming. You got a loadout drop inbound.
Hostile UAV overhead. Hostile Guardian has been deployed.
See it.
Got cash here.
Got the cash.
You got gas moving in. Squad mates redeploying. Well done.
Sí, tengo aquí, en la casa, en la casa no.
Contract is compromised. Stand down. Supply cache locations are resecured. We lost that contract.
Hostile located. Moving here.
You're losing ground. Move it. Be advised, you still have squad mates outside the safe zone.
No, me estaba, no mames.
Your squad mates back on station. Good work. Enemy buy station deployed. Bounty targets identified. Weapons free.
I see an enemy.
Pussy.
Resurgence window is ending. Watch your six. You're getting another chance. Make it count.
Enemy mark. Moving.
Gas is moving. Get your squad to the safe zone. No one gets left behind. Down to you, soldier. Stay sharp. You got reinforcements inbound. activated. This is the end game. Supply crates are restocked. Advise you load up now. There are 24 enemies active. Kill them all. Enemies dropping into the AO. We've got 10 squads active in the field. All bounty targets destroyed. Hell of a job. Bounty targets marked. Kill them all.
Setting playbook. Lethal's hot.
Gas is closing in.
See here. Scratch that.
Some of your squads outside the safe zone.
To my mark.
We can stop them together.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Target eliminated. Enemies dropping into the AO. Gas is inbound. Move to the safe zone. Down to 10. Win this thing.
Oh.
Be advised, resurgence is no longer active. This is for keeps. Got 4 remaining. Stay sharp. Finish your mission. Take them down. That's close. Oh boy, only 5 remain. You were close.
I just like walked in front of my fucking claymores and didn't fucking trigger it. That's fucking crazy. And my game crashed again. That's fun.
You know, they were a bit like too needy or like extremely jealous that I couldn't deal with. So there's a lot of things that might be deal breakers, and it's going to be different for every man. But if you can find that sort of whole person, especially if they just get it,
Yeah.
you know, and then that's a winner in my eyes.
Yeah, and the other thing is you literally make content that talking about how to be attractive to other women, and can your girl deal with that? Or does she find these are kind of like I've seen as red flags also. It's like she was fine with you being attractive. It's similar to the guy who picks the girl out of the strip club and is like, I don't want you to strip anymore. It's like you picked the guy who was the male model who also teaches men to be more attractive. Are you okay with that concept, or are you going to start tripping about that? Because that's how we make our money, so that we can go on these trips and like have an incredible time together. Yeah, with Kylie, I've never one time asked her to make my bed, clean my clothes, wash my place, wash the dishes, and it was just like that. It's just she grew up in Arkansas, and it's like that's the way it always was. And it, like you said before, it's like the concept of a value add. I think of Layla and Alex Hermosi, like building that business together, you know, and the same thing with David and Yulia, How to Beast, De Las Morenas, when these guys are like making each other deca-millionaires because these women are pulling in the same direction with their partner. Grant Cardone and his wife also, like that kind of situation. I totally agree with you. The one extra thing is like, are you going to help me build the empire? Are you going to at least help with the empire? That's the other thing that I look for is that situation. You did mention this one thing that makes it a little bit more complicated.
Sick, bro.
And it's something that I've added to my life, and I can tell you, mixed results. Sometimes most of the time it's great. Sometimes it's a little bit more difficult. And the idea of monogamy versus polygyny. And I don't mean polyamory. Polyamory is where both of you are opens. I mean polygyny, where it's closed on her end, and then you and your girlfriend see women together. You did make some comment about this on with Brandon Carter. Do you have any opinions when it comes to that?
Yeah, so I truly believe that most men will want an arrangement like that, like ideally.
Yeah.
If they're true to themselves. However, I don't believe most men have the charisma, value, or leverage in order to exercise something like that. And that's primarily due to the social conditioning of potentially the woman who they're dealing with, and or just overall society, really. So it's I made a video on my Patreon page on how to fully get this arrangement, and I would say as a guy, you have to be in a high point of leverage in comparison to the girl you're with, if you want her to be okay with this and agree to do it, because it's not going to be easy. Like most who you date or casually see or even make your girlfriend, if you present this to them, immediately they're going to be like, what the fuck, no, I'm not doing that. You almost have to like sell the idea, but even then, like if they finally get to a point of agreement with it, just potentially expect to like deal with potential drama or like changing their minds, emotional stuff, because I don't know, me personally, anytime like I've presented that, especially when I was seeing girls just casually, like even girls who I didn't give a time to, they still had a problem with me seeing other women. I think it is due to like emotions and their idea of what monogamy, programming, and so many other aspects. So if you're going to arrange it, it's not going to be easy. You have to have a lot of leverage is all I would say.
So the leverage point, I totally agree with. The other point I would tell you, though, is like screen for girls who are... So bisexuality for men is pretty binary. Like they did a study with eHarmony where they found that men who claim to be bisexual were almost entirely messaging other men. So bisexuality with men is actually very rare. We're talking like 2%. Bisexuality for women is actually a spectrum. You'll have women that will experiment in college, and then some women who like literally just tolerate penis just so they can have a threesome. Like you have this huge spectrum. Some women who are like, they have threesomes when they're on coke and molly, and some girls will have threesomes like all the time. And what I found is that if you can find a woman who's above that 50% threshold, meaning she very much likes women, has gone on dates with women where there's no men involved, though, who's the point guard for the Lou Williams, who's point guard for the Hawks.
Let's roll.
Oh, let's get it.
Resurgence. Survive and your team can redeploy.
Man.
Eliminate targets to bring them back faster. Mark a drop point
A
for your
little bit of a
squad
tough zone.
and lead them in.
You two got mics or not?
Enemy soldier incoming. There's a bounty on your head. Eliminate enemies and secure supply caches to get rid of it. Bounty contract on you is closed. Your squad mates are redeploying. You got a loadout drop inbound.
Hostile counter UAV overhead. Hostile Guardian has been deployed.
Friendly buy station deployed. Deployable buy stations ready. Bounty targets are up. Get after 'em.
Friendly mortar strike on the way.
You got gas moving in.
Hostile Guardian.
Good kill. Mark the rest of that squad on your attack map. Go get hunting. Mark the remaining operators from that squad. Hunt them down.
Hostile Guardian has been deployed.
All right, your squad's in the safe zone.
Enemies deployed a counter UAV.
Friendly buy station inbound. Location marked. Loadout drop headed your way. Deployable buy station is available.
UAV is bingo fuel. RTB at this time.
This fucking rat, man. Just can't fucking find anybody. There's not enough fucking players on the fucking map.
We lost that sumbitch. Bounty contract's been pulled.
Stun grenade out!
Time for vengeance. You're redeploying.
Still just rotting it up over there.
Dropping into the AO.
How do I not hear the fucking guy drop fucking behind me? Fix your fucking audio game.
Resurging. Go get your revenge. You've got reinforcements inbound.
I can see it.
Your squad mate's back on station. Good work. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Positive ID on the bounty targets. Hunt them down.
Lucky your boy was here.
Your fight's not over yet.
Resurgence window is ending. Watch your six. We are returning you to the front. Earn this. Gas is closing in. Head to the safe zone.
We can stop them together.
Moving to my castle. Enemy on the move.
Primary objective complete. All targets eliminated. We've got 10 squads active in the field.
We can stop them together.
Resurgence has closed. No more second chances.
Where did you not shoot?
Supply crates are restocked. Advise you load up now. zone. Enemy soldier incoming.
Just eat that fucking stun grenade.
Five squads still operational in the AO. Only 10 left. Only 10
Fucking
left.
crazy, bro.
The enemy took down.
Literally, the dude fucking looks at the fucking stun grenade.
3 squads left.
Fucking crazy, man.
He was openly dating a lesbian couple at the same time. And the guys were like, how are you able to pull this off? He goes, I'm not pulling off shit. It's like they're the ones who are doing it. What I found is that I don't see women without my girlfriend. My girlfriend and I will see women together. And so in doing so, the main thing that I found is if the two women are really attracted to each other, almost to where like you're an afterthought, that's where I see it works the best. That's where I see that in addition to the leverage point.
Yeah, that's actually a point that I mentioned in the video I created too about this topic is that, you know, if you find a bisexual girl, like presenting that is going to be a lot easier.
Yeah.
Because clearly they like women too. So the ability to now exercise your like for the same gender alongside with me, like, you know, let's try it out, let's do it. And for the most part, I've also noticed that bisexual women tend to be more sexually open due to their experiences with their sexuality, and for that reason, they tend to be in more agreement for arrangements like that, for sure.
Yeah. Another thing I really enjoyed was, so you remember the movie Hitch came out a lot of times, and whenever you tell guys that, or you tell people that you help people with their dating, they're like, oh, you're like Hitch, and my answer is like, no, I'm not like Hitch. Hitch was trying to teach men to be attractive to one woman. That's what I thought was kind of scary about that movie. If you actually go back and watch, and you consider that any of these men were unattractive, that movie would be about sexual harassment. The movie was about teaching men to be attractive to one woman. And the few guys, remember there was that one guy in the movie who's like, yeah, I just want to bang a bunch of chicks. And he almost got into like a fist fight with that guy. And was like, no, that was the guy who got it right. You talk about being attractive to the largest group of women possible. You talk about your physique, tattoo sleeves, all these kind of things, glasses versus no glasses. Can you go into this concept of not, because I have to talk my clients out of this all the time. They want to only be attractive to the good girls. And I'm like, no, bro, there's no such thing. You're just attractive to women in general. Can you go into that?
Yeah, of course, yeah. So remember, dating is a numbers game and a volume game. The more volume you have, the better results you're going to get, and the higher probability you're going to run across that quote-unquote good girl. So in order to run a good amount of volume, you have to be attractive to the majority amount of women. You cannot niche yourself down to a certain archetype, you know, because you're not going to have enough volume, you know. And for that reason, you know, like you said, the glasses stuff, or maybe there's so many ways to niche down. Extreme muscularity, a ton of tattoos, even, like there's so many different examples. But overall, if you can
Word came down. We are green to go. So gear up and grab your chutes. We're going to the war zone. Enemy activity will be high. Expect contact early and often.
Let's get this done. Resurgence. Stay alive to keep your squad in the fight.
That most wanted contract.
Your team leader. Set a drop point for your squad, soldier. You've been marked as a most wanted target. Kill enemies and secure supply caches to close the contract on your head. Friendly Guardian is active. Most wanted contract closed. Redeploying squad mates. Good work.
Hurry up with Ken.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Hostile airstrike near your location. Hook me up with Ken. Toxic smoke grenade.
Our Guardians lost power. Friendly loadout drops on the way. Bounty targets marked. Kill them all. All bounty targets are KIA. Well done.
Dropping ammo here.
I can see it.
You're losing ground. Move it.
Areas disregard.
Bounty targets identified. Weapons free.
Moving here.
All bounty targets destroyed. Hell of a job. Be advised, enemies deployed a buy station. All squad members are in the safe zone. You're the target of a most wanted contract. Eliminate threats and secure supply caches to close it.
Hostile counter UAV overhead.
You got a loadout drop inbound.
Hostile Guardian is active.
Marking the rest of them. Contract on you is closed. Squad mates are redeploying. Enemy soldier incoming. Objective's simple. Eliminate all bounty targets. Enemies deployed a counter UAV.
We can stop them together.
Enemies dropping into the AO. You've got reinforcements inbound. All bounty targets are KIA. Well done. Your squad ready for the safe zone. Down to you, soldiers.
That's just so fucking warm. Oh my god.
Your squad mates back on duty. Good work. Good kill. Marking the rest of that squad on your TAC map. Get hunting. Your squad mates redeploying. Well done. UAV is bingo fuel. RTV at this time.
Good spotted.
Confirmed. Locate the rest of them. Enemy UAV overhead. Enemy buy station incoming.
Area's hot.
Your squad mates back on station. Good work. Fire sale active. Buy station prices have been reduced. Secure the supply boxes. Locations are marked on your TAC map. One supply box down. Two remain. One supply box remaining. Move and secure that daggone thing. You got reinforcements inbound. Friendly UAV entering area. Resurgence is about to end. Make it count. Good effect. Missile strike hit a single target. You got gas moving in. All squad members are in the safe zone. Enemy soldier incoming. Fire sale's over. Adjusting prices. Bounty targets marked. Kill them all.
Enemy marked.
Primary objective complete. All targets eliminated. This is the end game. Supply crates have been restocked. Load up. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the... Your squad is redeploying. Well done. Be advised, UAV is exiting the AO. We've got 10 squads active in the field.
Together.
5 remain. Solid work so far. Gas is inbound.
Got one sighted here. Marking enemy. Moving here. Cancel last. Enemy here. Enemy marked. Movement. Moving. Marking enemy. Cancel last.
5 squads still operational in the AO. Gas is closing in. It's down to 10. Win this thing.
Find what is objectively attractive and what is universally attractive. And then if you can apply that to yourself to where you're attractive to all types of women, all types of races, all types of demographics, then that's when you're going to once again have that higher probability of finding potentially a good girl or whoever else that you might be into. So even me as a black guy, I don't niche myself down in terms of my hairstyle. Like I'm not growing dreads or showcasing what they call like the thug maxing or like the hood sort of stereotype. I'm very like clean cut, well-spoken, and for that reason, I appeal to multiple races. White women love me, Hispanic women love me, Indian. I've been with Asian. Like I've been with black women too. You know, not the hood black women or the hood white girls, but you know, for the most part, I still have that universal sort of appeal, and that's how I've presented myself, and that's how I carry myself too.
I'm going to guess that there are probably a lot of girls where you were the first African American guy that they were ever with because you presented yourself that way.
Exactly. I've heard that quite a bit, actually. Yeah.
So the other one I want to go over, and I really appreciate this. I say this on my show all the time. I was like, when a woman keeps telling you she won't sleep with you on the first date, and she just keeps bringing it up over and over again, you want to know why that is? It's because she slept with someone on the first date. You talk about the concept of women selling purity or telling you that they're celibate. Can you go over that?
Yeah, sometimes on dates you'll come across girls who will make it clear or very overt to you that, hey, my intentions tonight aren't sexual, or I've been in this stage of my life, so don't be expecting anything. And that tells me a few things. Like, if they're celibate, two reasons. Either you're celibate because you weren't celibate for a long period of time, and now you're in a phase where you kind of want to take a break from all the D you've been taking.
The epiphany phase that Rollo talks about, yeah.
Exactly, especially, you know, older women, 26, 27 plus, especially. Or two, you're just plain out lying, and you're just trying to sell purity to me so that I can take you seriously because you see value in me, or in some type of way I position myself in the husband box, and for that reason you don't see me as a fun time, you know. And sometimes I'll put myself in this box by accident, you know, through conversation. If I'm too like invested into like her life or career or like what you want, like sometimes you can put yourself in that husband box, and for that reason a woman will kind of change her mind about you. So for the most part, has almost always been a lie once I get to know the girl, and I kind of do, you know, we have conversations and I backtrack and I'm like, okay, you actually were not celibate throughout that time.
Yeah.
You know, they just love selling purity to guys who they find very attractive, or they want some sort of commitment from.
Sleeping with your ex apparently didn't count. You know, that's what they were saying. Yeah, no, the selling purity thing I think is really interesting. You know, when they say that they're celibate or something like that, or something to that effect. The other concept, the reason why I think it's really important for guys to understand this, to grasp this concept. I just finished Alan Roger Curry's, one of his books yesterday, or a couple days ago, and one of the things he talks about at the end is why men become misogynists. And I don't agree with everything Alan Roger Curry has to say, but I do agree with this very much so. It's not when a man gets rejected by a woman, it's when a man wastes his time believing that a woman is like sitting there, like she's selling purity. She's like, oh, you know, you should just wait. We're not going to have sex on the first date, second date, third date. And then she becomes like his male girlfriend. And then he finds out that she did sleep with a guy the first time she met him while their friendship was going on. That's where the resentment actually comes. And if you don't understand this concept of women selling purity, you can put yourself into that trap.
Yeah, exactly. I have a few beliefs that might be controversial. The first one is that no girls ever like truly.
Resurgence. Survive to redeploy fallen teammates. Kill to bring them back faster. All right, soldier, mark a drop point for your squad and go get after it. There's a bounty on your head. Eliminate enemies and secure supply caches to get rid of it.
Very talented.
Most wanted contract failed. Your squad mate was KIA. Moving. Be advised, there's an enemy squad gunning for you. Stand by for redeployment. target marked for an enemy missile strike. Destroy it. Use your attack map to hunt down the rest of them. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Gas is moving. Get ready. You're redeploying. Supply box secured. Move on to the next one. Friendly loadout drops on the way. Two supply boxes secured. One remaining. The enemy lost track of you. Good work down there. Contract complete. All supply boxes secured.
Hostile counter UAV overhead.
Fucking knows I'm here somehow. How the fuck do you know I'm here, bro?
Squad mates back on station. Good work. You're back on station. Go get after it. You've got
What a fucking
reinforcements
great game
inbound.
design. Yeah, let's just fucking put the loadie on the fucking beach so they can just fucking shoot down at us. That's real fucking smart.
You're losing ground. Move it. You're getting another chance. Make it count. Get to the safe zone. objective's simple. Eliminate all bounty targets. We've got 10 squads active in the field.
Camping Lodi, you're very fucking talented. I hate this fucking game.
25 remaining. Stand by for redeployment.
Kid's just ratting it up. Just ratting.
Get ready, resurgence window's about to close. Resurging, go get your revenge. Squad mates redeploying, well done. Some of your squads outside the safe zone. Target's gone dark. We lost the contract. Be advised, resurgence is no longer active. This is for keeps. You're getting another chance. Make it count. Resurgence has been deactivated. This is the end game. Squad ready to restart. Advise to load up now. You've got reinforcements inbound. Enemy precision airstrike. Find cover. Enemies dropping into the AO. Got gas moving in. Get your squad to the safe zone. No one gets left behind. Be advised, resurgence is no longer active. This is for keeps. Enemy buy station deployed.
You know, they're always either talking to a guy, planning to meet up with a guy, currently sleeping with a guy, whether it be their ex or a past guy, or planning to sleep with a guy. Like, no girls like truly ever just chilling. And if they are, then it's purely by choice for the reasons that I mentioned before. But yeah, but also in terms of girl game, and this is game for the girls, is that to some degree you do want to sell purity, but you want to allow it to progress each time you meet the guy. So most guys are going to classify you as, you know, a slut or easy if you sleep with him on the first date, or especially if it was really fast, like you guys talked for 20 minutes and then took you back to your place. Yes, and guys are going to think you're easy. However, if you let things physically escalate a little bit each date, so the first date, you guys hug with a kiss. Second date, you make out with some light touching. Third date, he gets close, you know, some nipple play or something. Fourth date, you go all the way. And if girls would approach it more that way, you know, the guy would still be able to get what they want, or it will be mutual. Both will get what they want, but also the guy will also respect the woman more, and for that reason, it will turn into something more fruitful. And that's personally something that also has happened to me and the girl who I'm seeing now, is that the progression happened very like that. She was, I'm not sure if it was planned or it was probably strategic. Yeah. But the way she went about that was very, very, very good, and I applaud that for her, because it definitely worked.
Yeah, and I talked to my my girlfriend, and it was the third night that we were hanging out. But by the way, I was hosting a bikini competition in Cancun, and there were 70 girls competing, and it was the third night we hung out that we ended up, you know, being together. And she told me, she's like, I wanted to on the first night, but I wasn't going to do that on the first night. So that's another thing that you find out. Is there genuine desire? It's not a problem if a girl makes a guy wait 2 or 3 dates. It's just that if you're going to make me wait, but Chad and Tyrone don't wait. That's where I think a lot of girls don't see where the issue is, and a lot of guys don't recognize that you think you're a woman selling you purity, and it's her adaptation for you to believe she's pure. And she's not deliberately lying to be, you know, malicious, but it's a situation where she's doing this so that you'll respect her more and find her more attractive. So it does, that whole thing does become very difficult. But I think the term I like, you know, I've heard before, is women break rules for alphas and make rules for betas. And if you don't recognize that as the case, then when it happens to you, you're going to be very upset. Like, I can't think of anything that would probably make a guy more upset than that whole concept of like spending a bunch of time and money. And I'll give you one other thing. You mentioned before about leading with money. I live in a city, and so do you, where there's a lot of sugar babies. And I'll talk to a lot of these girls because I'm really interested in their mentality. And they'll always be ridiculing their sugar daddy. Always. Whenever I talk to them, they're making fun of their sugar daddy. There's something wrong. The guy falls short in some way or another. And then there's always another guy that they're sleeping with who isn't paying them. Those are the things that I've noticed, is like when they're getting that guy who leads with money, there's always another guy who doesn't have to pay, who they're having sex with as well. And I just thought that was a really interesting concept. And if guys don't understand that, then what happens is you get led down this fairy tale path, and then those are the guys who get hurt the most.
Yeah. I've had scenarios where girls go out to these fancy dinner dates, restaurants, and I kid you not, they literally bring me the leftovers. I've been, you know, the same night, or you know, they see me the next day, or one time this girl was on this yacht that she got invited to by this guy. They had a party, whatever, you know, and then afterwards she went home and cleaned off and came to me, and I haven't taken her out one time. So that's where I realized too, is that it's just different rules for different guys. And the way that I go about my communication and how I frame it, I kind of position myself in that different guy zone because of my frame and the boundaries that I kind of set whenever I'm leading the interaction.
Like the guy who doesn't count, is that what you mean? When you say different guy zone, what do you mean? I talk about the guy who doesn't count. Like, she literally will not admit that you're on her body count, but she slept with you in Cancun. Like, the guy who doesn't count.
That's definitely an aspect of it. I'm sure I don't count list too. Yes. But I'm talking about the guy who doesn't even have to take her out on a date. Yeah. I've had many girls come right over the crib, but other guys, they have to take her out to dinner first.
Yeah.
You know, different rules for different guys.
Yeah, you'll know you're doing it right when you're sitting at home playing Red Dead Redemption, and she leaves a dinner date to come over to your place and brings you food. I've definitely seen that before, for sure. And the other concept, I don't want to skip this over because it's absolutely true. And I know this because, you know, living in Vegas, this is probably the most transient city in America, where people come here, have a good time, people leave their morals at the airport. And the idea that there's always a dude who thinks that vagina belongs to him. I don't care which girl you think you're talking to or how single you think she is. And it's pretty frequent you'll talk to a girl and she's like living with her baby's daddy and sleeping with him every day, telling you she's single. I've seen this happen several times. They're always talking to someone. There's a study that came out recently where they found that 70% of married women admit to having a backup partner in mind. 70%. By the way, the divorce is initiated by women 70% of the time also. So it's just this interesting concept. And by the way, and you and I probably agree with this, there's too much red pill manosphere content that comes off as like hateful towards women. None of this is hateful towards women. It's just you need to know. It's like if I'm an oncologist and I describe what pancreatic cancer does, it doesn't mean I hate pancreatic cancer and I'm not condoning it, but I at least want to know the playing field that I'm on. And this is another situation where we should at least be wise to these concepts.
Yeah, exactly. As long as you have the knowledge.
Get that bird spinning. Finish up. We're airborne in 3. There we are. Head shed gave the green light. We're deploying you to the front lines. You're up. Grab your chutes. Rules of engagement are simple. Weapons free on all threats.
Let's get this done. Resurgence. Stay alive to keep your squad in the fight. Mark a drop point for your squad and lead them in. You're the target of a most wanted contract. Eliminate threats and secure supply caches to close it. Your squad mates redeploying. Well done. The bounty contract on you is closed. Your squad mates are redeploying.
Our counter UAV is active. Friendly counter UAV is online.
Loadout drop headed your way. You've been marked as a most wanted target. Kill enemies and secure supply caches to close the contract on your head. Gas is moving. Contract on you is closed. Squad mates are redeploying. target of a most wanted contract. Eliminate threats and secure supply caches to close it. All right, your squad's in the safe zone.
Found a UAV.
Friendly loadout drops on the way. Most wanted contract closed. Redeploying squad mates. Good work.
Friendly precision airstrike inbound.
Positive ID on the bounty targets. Hunt them down.
Friendly ammo box here.
Hostile Guardian has been deployed.
Your squad is down. Stay alive to bring them back. Go again. Your squad mate's back on station. Good work.
Moving to my mark. Moving.
It's all on you. Stay alive so your squad can redeploy. You got reinforcements inbound. Be advised, you still have squad. Kill confirmed, and we located the rest of them.
Enemies deployed a counter UAV.
Your squad mate's back on station. Good work.
Hostile Guardian is active.
Lost track of the bounty target. Contract failed. We've got 10 squads active in the field. Are still active in the AO. Bounty targets identified. Weapons free. Resurgence window is ending. Watch your 6. You're losing ground. Move it. Yeah. Marking the rest of them. Get your squad to the safe zone. No one gets left behind.
Be advised, UAV is exiting the AO.
You're the last one standing, soldier. 5. Good work. Good kill. Marking the rest of that squad on your tac map. Go get hunting.
Be advised, UAV.
Resurgence has closed. No more second chances. You got reinforcements inbound. All bounty targets destroyed. Hell of a job. Supply crates have been restocked. Load up.
Disregard that.
Be advised, UAV is exiting the AO.
Our counter UAV is active.
Gas is closing in. Be advised, enemies deployed a buy station. Move to the safe zone.
UAV overhead.
Enemy soldier incoming. Gas is moving.
Hostile airstrike near your location.
The safe zone is far from your location. Get moving, pronto. Top 10. 5 squads still operational in the AO.
Pussy's just watching the buy, bro.
Squads left in the war zone. Stay alert. Less than 10, we're still standing.
knowledge, and you're not, the whole blue pill sort of thing, just kind of living life in a fairy tale and just unaware and naive, then you'll set yourself up for success in this modern dating culture. And that's what kind of got me into this whole dating landscape, was actually the red pill knowledge that I was consuming back in like 2020, because like before that I wasn't really hearing harsh truths to that degree being spoken. But in my own personal life and dating life, it was starting to make sense. I was like, okay, like when I don't get validation out too fast, they respect me more. When I do kind of showcase these characteristics, it does seem to be more attractive, or she does act this certain way when I do this or do that. So a lot of red pill theories, in my opinion, are true. And a lot of it also stems from evolutionary psychology, in my opinion, too. Like it has like ties to that. And that answered a lot of questions for me.
Yeah, for sure. When Ty Lopez introduced me to Dr. Buss, and I read The Evolution of Desire, and I started seeing, and then I talked to Dr. Buss on my podcast, and he started talking about mate choice copying. I was like, oh, there's actually a scientific term for being a player. Okay, I didn't know that. It's like, and it validates this thing that you've seen anecdotally, but you want, some academic bias behind it. Now, the problem is, I will tell you though, you'll probably notice this, there's a lot of evolutionary psychologists now that see how this is going, and they're trying to shy away from this. And so I'm trying to create a space where we can have these conversations. Sometimes when you talk about, Mac and Murphy, Alex Datesike, William Costello, guys like that, like where we can have a discussion about this is what you've seen in the studies, and then this is what we see in practice. You and I have probably had enough experience with women to where we know, like, I don't really care what the study is. I know these things work versus these things. Like, for instance, the dad bod myth. That was something, I didn't care how many women told me they preferred the dad bod. I knew what they were saying wasn't true because I had watched too many guys I knew who didn't have a dad bod have sex with too many women, and too many of these women cheat on their boyfriends with those guys for me to possibly believe that women were actually actively seeking a dad bod. Can you talk about that? I think you did have one clip about the dad bod myth.
Yeah. Women have to talk about the dad bod for a few years. I mean, either an attractive, muscular physique with just a little bit added body fat, So instead of 12%, he's just 16%. They call that a dad bod. Or they just blatantly lie and just follow the trend. Women, like, if one girl says it, another girl, and then everybody starts saying it. And it's just a plain out lie. And that stems also into another sort of red pill, sort of true sort of thing, is the fact that you need to look at their actions, not what they say. And so once you do that, it'll kind of dismiss that whole argument altogether, unless you generally just get with dad bods. And from that reason, that could be a deeper insecurity issue. I've definitely talked to women who are like, that guy's too good looking and I don't want to go out with him because she's been cheated on before. I know one woman, she's a porn star, and she told me she deliberately looks to date ugly men, even though she has sex on camera with other dudes. She's like, I don't want to date guys that are too attractive because they might cheat on me. And I'm like, wait, what? Yeah. What did you say? It's pretty crazy, man. Yeah, I mean, honestly, even for both genders, if you date like a really attractive girl, to some degree, you have to have like a bit of groundedness. Because, other guys are going to hit on her. She might get catcalled as you guys are walking down the street together. Like, stuff just happens when you're with an attractive woman. And same thing with a really attractive guy. And a lot of women don't want to potentially deal with that,
So I thought it was a really interesting thing. You could go back and tell yourself at the beginning of this journey, you're like almost last year of ROTC, there were 5 things you could go back and tell yourself and warn yourself back then. What would those be?
Kill to bring them back faster. All right, soldier, mark a drop point for your squad and go get after it. Enemies dropping into the AO. You've been marked as a most wanted target. Kill enemies and secure supply caches to close the contract on your head. Contract on you is closed.
UAV. There's cash here.
You got a loadout drop inbound.
Requesting recon flyover.
It's enemy territory.
Bounty targets are up. Get after them. You're losing ground. Move it.
Moving.
All bounty targets are KIA. Your squad made it to the safe zone.
See it.
There's a bounty on your head. Eight enemies to secure the flag. Your squad wanted contract failed. Loadout drop headed your way. Get ready. You're redeploying.
Hostile Guardian has been deployed.
We are returning you to the front. Earn this.
Fucking
redeploying.
Hostile airstrike near your location.
They're such fucking pussies, bro.
Got gas moving in. You're back on station. Go get after it.
Over here.
All right, your squad's in the safe zone.
Friendly mortar strike inbound.
Still, marking the rest of that
Oh, there's-
squad. Attack.
Ran through that mine like it's fucking breakfast.
We've got 10 squads active in the
This
field.
sector's hot. Cancel. Rest in the area.
Get ready. You're redeploying.
Moving.
25 are left. Stay sharp out there. Enemy soldier incoming. Resurgence is about to end. Make it count.
Hostiles in this area.
Gas is inbound. Your squad made it to the safe zone. Enemies dropping into the AO.
Hostile mortar strike near your position. Hostile counter UAV overhead.
Be advised, resurgence is no longer active. This is for keeps. Supply crates are restocked. Advise you load up now.
Enemies deployed a counter UAV. Hostile
squad members are in the safe zone.
Enemy precision airstrike. Find cover. Friendly precision airstrike inbound.
Last squad still operational in the AO.
Friendly airstrike in the AO.
Gas is moving. Advise you head to the safe zone. Enemy buy station incoming. Ten remaining. Keep pushing. Time's almost up. Finish the mission.
Ammo here. Tossing smoke grenade.
Three squads left in the war zone. Stay alert. Four remaining.
¡Me va la verga! Unit medical. Got myself off.
Some bitches picked the wrong fight. Way to get it done. All teams, extraction is inbound. Get hooked in and stand by. Here comes the snap.
Is guys who hate. And that's why I've seen. So
Helen
I
back.
thought it was really interesting thing.
Nicely
You could go
done.
back and tell yourself
Target
at the
rich
beginning of this
environment out
journey,
there,
you're like almost last
Time
year of
for
ROTC,
assessment.
if there were 5 things you could go back and tell yourself
Fight through hell and not a
and
scratch
warn
on
yourself
you.
back then,
Good
what
shit.
would those be?
In terms of life or
Right
like
tool.
In
Good
life
job.
in general, like, and it can't be buy, you know, Bitcoin at $5. Like you understand what I'm saying?
You are
Like
one
just
tough son of a
generalities
bitch.
in life. What were some things you would go back and tell yourself?
Let's stay locked and loaded. This
Gotcha,
ain't nearly over.